everybody, welcome to Stories and Snacks with Isabel. Now today we will be reading A Squash and a Squeeze. The author is Julia Donaldson and the illustrator is Axel Scheffler. So let's start reading. A little old lady lived all by herself, with a table and chairs and a jug on the shelf. A wise old man heard her grumble and grouse. "There's not enough room in my house." "Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." So there's the little old lady, and there's the little old lady talking to the old man. "Taking your head," said the wise old man. "Taking my head? What a curious plan." Well, the hen laid an egg on the fireside rug and flapped around the room, knocking over the jug. So there she is, taking her head like the old man asked her to. And then the chicken is being naughty, flying over the jug and knocking it over, and laying an egg on the rug. I'm glad I don't have a chicken inside my house. The little old lady cried, "What shall I do? It was pokey for one, and it's tiny for two. My nose has a tickle, and there's no room to sneeze. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." And there she is, said that her house is too tiny for two. And there's the chicken knocking over everything. "Taking your goat," said the wise old man. "Taking my goat? What a curious plan." Well, the goat chewed the curtains and trod on the egg, then sat down to nibble the table leg. So there's the old man telling her, "Take your goat into your house." And there's the old lady trying to pull the goat out of the garden, but it does not look like the goat wants to come. And then there he is, chewing the rug and smashing the egg there. Such a naughty, naughty, naughty little goat. The little old lady cried, "Glory be! It was tiny for two and it's titchy for three. The hen pecks the goat and the goat's got fleas. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." So there's the goat and the chicken running around. And then there they both are, being very, very cheeky. Because the chicken is pecking the goat, and the goat has got fleas. So the chicken's just going to eat all the fleas, and that is disgusting. "Taking your pig," said the wise old man. "Taking my pig? What a curious plan." So she took in her pig, who kept chasing the hen, and raided the larder again and again. So there's the old man telling her to take a pig in, and there she's pushing the pig along through the garden into her house. And there the pig's eating all the food and drinks out of the larder. And then the pig was chasing the chicken. The little old lady cried, "Stop, I implore! It was titchy for three and it's teeny for four. Even the pig in the larder agrees. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." So there she is, and now the goat and the chicken have joined in, eating all the stuff out the larder with the pig. Then they are all full and tired out from all that chasing and eating. "Take in your cow," said the wise old man. "Take in my cow, what a curious plan." Well, the cow took one look and charged straight at the pig, then jumped onto the table and tapped out a jig. So there's the old man telling the old lady to take in the cow. Then there she is taking the cow inside. And then there's the cow doing the little tap jig on the table. The little old lady cried, "Heavens alive! It was teeny for 4 and it's weeny for 5. I'm tearing my hair out. I'm down on my knees. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." So there she is. She's crying that her house is really tiny and full because she's got loads of animals in her house. Very big ones, and very small ones. "Take them all out," said the wise old man, "but then I'll be back where I first began." So she opened the window and out flew the hen. "That's better. At last I can sneeze again." She shooed out the goat and she shoved out the pig. "My house is beginning to feel pretty big." So there are the animals, just looking out the windows, thinking, "Oh, we don't want to go out." And then she's thrown the chicken out the window. She's got the pig and the goat out through the door. She huffed and she puffed and she pushed out the cow. "Just look at my house. It's enormous now. Thank you, old man, for the work you have done. It was weeny for 5. It's gigantic for 1. There's no need to grumble and there's no need to grouse. There's plenty of room in my house." So there she is, shoving out the cow. And there they are. And there's the little old lady saying, "Thank you, kind old man." And now she's full of frolics and fiddle-de-dees. It isn't a squash and it isn't a squeeze. Yes, she's full of frolics and fiddle-de-dees. It isn't a squash or a squeeze. So there's all the animals looking at her, really unhappy, thinking, "We want to be back in your house." And there's the little old man walking off. And then there she is, being so happy that her house is very, very big. And that is the end of the story. Now, I like that book. It's not one of the ones I normally pick, but yeah, I do like it. So, if you really want it, you can ask your caretakers if you could have a look at it. Join me next time. Bye!